Hello everyone. My name is Elisa. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing so good today. We are going to go over the books that I bought in the month of May. I am deeply impressed with myself that I keep having smaller book hauls. Small for me, I should say. Small for me. Normally, like last year, it would not be unknown for me to get more than 10 books every month. I've been having book hauls that are under 10 books and I'm very proud of that. So let's go ahead and get into the books that I bought in the month of May. I think we have 6 books that we have to talk about here. And are these all translated? I think they are. I think all of these are translated. So let's go ahead and get into them. So 2 of the books that I got this month were pre-orders. So maybe we'll go over those first. So the first one is In Vitro. This is part of my Coffee House Press subscription that I have this year. So it's published by them. This is a nonfiction book by Isabel Zapata, and it's translated by Robin Myers. And I think this is translated from the Spanish. Let me just double check. I'm gonna say it's translated from the Spanish because I know this author lives in Mexico City. So I'm going to assume that's what it is, but I can't find any confirmation of that. But yeah, so this is, like I said, a nonfiction. It's about the in vitro process. I know that the author wrote this originally because she's trying to add to the voices and experiences around pregnancy, which I can get behind. So I'm very excited to read this. It is shorter than I imagined it would be, but I'm okay with that. And this is one of my 5-star predictions for the year. So very highly anticipating this. I think it's going to be great. Can't wait to get into it. So that is In Vitro. Next up, as far as pre-orders go, we have another highly anticipated one, and that is First Blood by Amelie Nothomb. So this one is published by Europa Editions. I read Thirst last year by Amelie Nothomb and absolutely loved it. It was in my best books of the year. I very much am interested to get to this next one. It's also a novella, which so was Thirst. So that intrigues me as well. And this one follows a Congolese man. I think this takes place in the 60s, so it's historical fiction. And he is immediately at the beginning of the novel facing the firing squad. And then I think it does a flashback into how he got to that point. It also gets into a lot of Congolese politics. So I think this will be very interesting. I am slightly wary that this is being done by someone who is not Congolese, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'll let you know. I'm also not Congolese, so my review probably isn't going to be as thorough as it should be or could be. So we'll see, we'll get into it, but I still have high hopes for it. This one is translated from the French by Alison, who has translated a lot of her books in the past. And Amelie Nothomb is not French, she's Danish, but translated from the French because she speaks French. So that is First Blood. Also love this cover and that it matches Thirst. Some of her backlisted books do not match, and no lie, that has prevented me from buying some of them. So yeah, I'm glad this matches. All right, now we have non-pre-order books. So 3 of these books I bought for Independent Bookstore Day. Now, I only got to hit up one store because I had plans for that day. We were going to a friend's birthday party. So I went right when they opened so I could at least make it to one store because I knew it would be busy the rest of the day. So I went to my favorite indie in Seattle, which is Queen Anne Book Company, and I bought a couple books there. So the 2 that I bought are Cold Nights of Childhood. This is by Tezer Özlü. I might be saying that wrong. And this is translated by Maureen freely, and it's translated from what language? From the Turkish. So the back says, the narrator of this novel is between lovers. She's in and out of psychiatric wards where she is forced to undergo electric shock treatments. She's between Berlin and Paris. She returns to Istanbul in search of freedom, happiness, and new love. So I think it sounds like, just from the get-go, that It's a lot about these in-between spaces that we're in, of feeling part of something and not part of something at the same time. So I'm very intrigued by this. It's also very short, a lot of short ones. And this little beauty is published by Transit Books. So very excited to get to this one. Can't wait. The other one that I bought there is a Picante Beef Baby. And part of why I bought it is for that reason. So if you don't know, I'm trying to read 5 books over 500 pages this year. I call them Picante Beef Babies. That's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference. And this one is Dying is Easier Than Loving, which, what a great title. I saw this on someone else's channel. I want to say it was Eric from The Lonesome Reader who hauled it. And this is by Ahmet, Altan. And it's translated from the Turkish by Brendan Freely. Whoa! Both of these are translated from the Turkish by the same translator. I did not do that on purpose, and nor did I even notice that when I originally bought them. And this is published by Europa Editions. Oh shit. Okay, so immediately we have a problem. Did I not read this the first time? Oh my God. Why? Why did I do this? So this is the 3rd book in a quartet I'm just reading. It says it at the very top. How did I not read that at the very top of the blurb yet read the rest of the blurb? I do not know. So we might end up buying some of the other ones. So I'm not going to reread the blurb. I know I read it originally. I have immediately forgotten it, and that's a good thing because I don't want to spoil anything for myself. So nobody pay attention to this. I mean, I hauled it, but this is going to be a long time coming before you see this baby get whipped out. So still love the title, and there we go. Mistakes were made. Okay, so moving swiftly on from that, when I went to that bookstore for Independent Bookstore Day, they had ARCs available for free to take if you bought a book, which they often do to try and get rid of some of their ARCs because you can't sell ARCs. So I was scouring the little ARC shelves. They're all wrapped so you can't see what they are. And all they say on the front is a genre. So I picked up one that said fiction. That's all it said on the top, and was really trying to, one, get something that I didn't already own, but also something that I was actually interested in. In the back of my mind, I was like, I really hope I could get a translated book that I know nothing about. That would be ideal. So I was like holding it up to the light, trying to do whatever I could. That wasn't really working. So I was like, I'm gonna pick a paperback. One, because I like them better, and that's probably a better chance of it being translated if it's in paperback. And y'all, we did it. We did it. So this one, I've never heard of it before. It's Abyss by Pilar Quintana, and this is translated from the Spanish by Elisa Dillman. It's published by One World Editions. And this came out in February of 2023, as it says. That's what the actual cover looks like. The blue outline is just for the proof. It does sound really good, so I'm very excited. This is following Claudia, who is an 8-year-old narrator, and she's trying to understand the world through the eyes of the adults around her, but the adults around her are less than healthy, let's say. I think this has a lot of violence in it, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I do think this is going to be pretty tragic. I mean, like, the word tragic is later on in the blurb, so I'm overall excited. I know that this author is Colombian, and I don't think I've read a book from Colombia this year, so excited to have this in the mix. And it is short, so if it's tragic, short is good in my opinion. So I'm excited to get into this and see what it has in store, but so happy that I pulled a translated book in the free ARCs. So there we go. That's manifesting, my friends. And the last book that we have here is a graphic novel or graphic nonfiction. It's a novel. It's a graphic novel. And this is Papaya Salad. Look at those sprayed edges. Wow, how gorgeous. Here's a little sampling of the art style. There it is. It's full color, which is really nice. This is the author trying to chronicle their great uncle. Is that it? Yeah, the story of her great uncle who found himself in Europe on military scholarship on the eve of World War II. And the author is Thai Italian. So this is translated, let's see. So, well, I should say the author is Elisa Macellari. It's published by Dark Horse Books. This is translated by Carla Roncalli di Montorio. And I believe it's translated from the Italian. Yes, it's translated from the Italian. So yeah, that's this. Look at these. Look how gorgeous that is. So very excited to get into this graphic novel. And yeah, can't wait to have a translated graphic novel in the mix. So that is Papaya Salad. And that is the book haul, my friends. I hope you are having a great end of May. Let me know what you all think of these books, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.